tẹ́ bá fẹ́ máa gbádùn àwọn ètò wa ẹ subscribe sórí Alálàyé TV lórí YouTube.
Méjì.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Okay, sir. So, thank you for coming here today.
All right, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you to the media. We thank you for standing by the rule of law. Thank you for doing this for democracy. My opinion has always been that justice can never be served if there is no fair hearing. Fair hearing is crucial to justice. And of course, there is nowhere you abuse somebody's rights, you deny fair hearing, and you want to now met out justice. It will be injustice at the end of the day. And there are so many things that I want the media and the entire world to put into consideration. My standpoint has always been that, number one, everybody deserves to be heard, and the rule of law is not for just victims. The rule of law is for victim, is for the suspect, is for the judge, is for the police, is for the public. Those are the angles that rule of law is. And it's so appalling and it's so scary that the Nigerian society, particularly young generation that we have now, majority assume that whenever anybody is accused of any crime, you are already condemned. And the fact that irrespective of the evidences, that you don't deserve to be heard. Look at it now. This is a country that in 2021, an individual has been accused of a crime. It's over 2 months we have not heard from him. He's been in detention. In a situation whereby you look at it, what will happen if eventually he is now innocent? Who will pay for the damages? Is it the kind of police that we have that we hardly say sorry? Even if the court says go and say sorry, do this, would they do it? Are we grown up enough? And then you now consider the fact that will you allow that to be done to your father, to your son, to your brother? I am not in support of what he's been accused of. And that is another bone of contention. A lot of people, particularly those you assume are intelligent, are educated, they actually do not understand that there is no way we can achieve peace without protection of human rights. Evil people, before they commit evil against the other person, if they don't put human rights into consideration, they will have the field day. And that is why you see that when we travel abroad, we enjoy peace, we go on our way. There are so many races that doesn't like us, that doesn't like me if I travel abroad. And they could easily accuse me of any crime. But they know basically that the law of their country will not favor them because they are citizens and I'm an outsider. Whatever they do against me, they get punished. And they will still allow me fair hearing. But in my own country, I will be treated like an animal. And so everybody is quiet. Even when he was accused, the police actually they are allowed to do the investigation. I was also patient with the police. Like, go ahead and do your investigation. I want to know. I went to meet this man. I said, did you commit this crime? He said, okay, fine. Since I cannot see what is being taken as evidence against you, I will allow to see. I am interested in protection of that young girl. Every minor must be protected. No child should be abused. And of course, we also understand that it is a domestic issue. It must be established genuinely, and the only place it can be established is the court of law. But in Nigerian society, the way we are all raised, we are not raised with human rights. We are not raised with duty of care. Our parents will shut us up at home when we want to express ourselves. How then do you want to get justice in the society? How then do you expect those children to grow up, work in bank, work in court, work in police, and will even protect human rights? We are the problem we all created by ourselves, not the leaders. The leaders we have are not being imported for us. They grew up, our parents raised them. So we need to understand, and that is my standpoint. Look at the several things, the entire justice system. The police, they pick this man up, he has been accused of sexual assault. What about the use of a child? What about the use of a child as a bait? You ask a child to submit a body to be raped again, to be abused, to be molested, those adults, they are walking freely. If you are protecting, if you are using the Child Act protection law, what about the innocence of that child? The child rely on an adult for food, for shelter, and that is why you can abuse her rights and coerce her and say, submit your body, I want to prove. If you trust and believe the girl in the first place, why the setup? Now, at the end of the day, there are series of lacuna. The media are not talking about it. There is evidence of torture. Nobody is talking about that. It is part of human rights. If we went out of our way, I have never been harassed by the police. I have never been detained before, but I have seen several people complain about police brutality. I came out. I sacrificed. I slept in front of House of Assembly for 6 days. I did 2 days in Lekki. I was only unfortunate not to be there the day there was gunshot. Now the bottom line is, was I a victim? But I share in the pain of other people. That is human right. That is dignity. That is humanity. The media are not talking about that. How can you do that with a teenager? And so many things that I want to see. I want to see the process of a court. I want to see how another human being who actually wrote an application to get employment will now use the law wrongfully. I want to see this whole process. I'm a citizen. I'm an adult. I'm a member of the voting public. I am not saying if the man is guilty, he shouldn't be punished. Okay. That is my position.
He was granted
bail some weeks ago. So we are aware that he's yet to perfect his bail conditions, which is why he's still in custody. So I don't know whether you are privy to the bail conditions and why he's unable to perfect.
Immediately I did my protest, which was even the suspect himself didn't want me to protest. He assumed I am doing it for him. I said I am not doing it for you, I'm doing it for every innocent person, every human being out there, including visitors that come to Nigeria. I want people to be able to come to Nigeria and enjoy. We travel to other countries, we enjoy. Our children, our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, they are out there in countries, even when they overstay their visas. They enjoy human rights. That is why they can be able to be sending money to us to survive. Why in our own country, you as an adult cannot stand up for what is right? It also says a lot about the legal and the litigation orientation of the Nigerian public. I understand he was granted bail. To me, whether he missed the bail or not, whether it is too high or not, what I know is that he has never been granted he doesn't even enjoy the bail. And whatever the case may be, this is Nigeria. My own is, you all can support that he should be held in detention for as long as you want. I will continue to say, kill me after, do whatever you want to do. Abuse of human rights will continue to abhor discord. That is why another set of people will stand up and say, we are herdsmen and we will kill, we will kidnap anybody and nothing is being done. You can't get justice if you are supporting injustice of other people. You will continue. Online and offline. Ohun tó gbé mi wá ojú wípé wọ́n ní ìdálù òun níṣèlú. Ohun tẹ́mi rí ni pé gbogbo àwọn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn kan tá à ń ṣe mo fẹ́ wò ó lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ náà ọmọ Nàìjíríà ni mí. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì èmi ń pariwo mò ń ké nítorí human rights. Mo dẹ̀ believe pé tó bá tiẹ̀ abuse right ní police station, tó abuse right ní ilé ẹnikẹ́ni, téèyàn bá dé ilé ẹjọ́ is for everybody. Common man, ẹni tí ò léèyàn, tí ò lẹ́bí, tí ò lára, ó ṣe kí ni, ó máa rí hope. And the fact tí mo fẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ ni pé whether ìwọ ló fẹ̀sùn kàn àbí ìwọ ló fẹ̀sùn kàn yàn àbí ìwọ ládájọ́ àbí ìwọ ni ọlọ́pàá, gbogbo wa la ní ẹ̀tọ́ lábẹ́ òfin. The law doesn't favour victims only. But unfortunately, including àwọn mìíràn believe pé wọ́n kàwé. Ní Yorùbá. Ìtú mọ̀ sọ yẹn kọ́.
Yorùbá yẹn náà. Ẹ tẹ̀síwájú.
Ojú lásán ṣe wèrè o.
Ẹ tẹ̀síwájú.
At the end of the day, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tàti ẹ̀rọ pọ̀ kàwé tí wọ́n fẹ́ kí wọ́n treat àwọn bíi human being. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gbọ́ òmòfin. Wọ́n ò mọ ẹ̀tọ́. Ìgbà tẹ́ ẹ̀ bá mẹ́tọ́, tẹ́ bá tiẹ̀ fẹ́ dìbò gan abẹ́fẹ́ súnmọ́ ẹni tó ń dìbò tó ń dìde ìbò, ẹ lè béèrè fún nǹkan gidi. Wọ́n kàn máa recycle the same social services tó ń fún wa, èyí tó jẹ́ ojúlówó wọ̀n ní fún wa. And that is why I am here to like, I am not in support of me. That's just a tough as don't become more support here. No, I can never do that. Me, the mental problem. Àmọ́ ohun tó wà bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé kò sí bó ṣe lè rí náà. Ó ti dé stage tó jẹ́ pé èmi ò lè sọ àwọn tó kù o. Èmi ò lè deny pé mi ò mọ bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà rí. Iṣẹ́ tá ti jọ ṣe ti pọ̀ dáadáa. Tí n bá deny lójú ayé, tó bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí kó fíìmù àti kọ́kọ́ pa kọ̀ọ̀kan, ṣé ó ṣe deny ni? Tó bá ṣe pé bò wá tiẹ̀ wá ní deny yìí, omi pé bóyá mo support pé n tẹ ṣe ó dá o. Ìkejì ibẹ̀ ni pé nígbà tí mo débẹ̀ tí mo rí pé kò sí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn tó tiẹ̀ lọ bẹ̀ wò. Tó bá jẹ́ mi nìkan náà ló bá kù, bísí mi láì. Nítorí pé lábẹ́ bó tilẹ̀ wù kó rí pẹ̀lẹ́ fi kú o, ẹ fẹ́ parọ́ mọ́ ni o pẹ̀lú gbogbo ìyàtọ̀ fi jẹ́ kò sí ìtọ́ máa sọ pé ẹ lọ kọ́ mọ́gi, kò sí ìtọ́ máa sọ pé ẹ lọ bẹ lórí, ó sì máa padà wá sáàrin wa ṣé kó kú ni. Gbogbo yẹn àwọn èèyàn lórí social media ẹ máa ṣe bí Ọlọ́run kọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́yìn ọ̀tọ̀ níta. I'm not a perfect human being, but we must understand that lábẹ́ bó tilẹ̀ wù kó rí tẹni tó dé láàrin àmẹ́ni tó ń bọ̀ o. Tẹ́ni tó dé láàrí o.
Ó dà kí ni ẹ gbọ́ nípa bẹ́ẹ̀lì wọn?
Ohun tí mo gbọ́ ni pé gbà tí wọ́n fún wọn ní bẹ́ẹ̀lì which tèmi rí pé personally mo kọ lẹ́tà sí gómìnà Èkó wípé bó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ pé wọ́n ti abuse right ẹ̀ fẹ̀kọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ wọ́n sì máa san gbèsè yẹn later torí ó ti lò bí almost ọ̀sẹ̀ mẹ́ta kó tó di pé ìjọba Èkó adájọ́ ṣẹ̀ fún ní bẹ́ẹ̀lì a máa yìí máa sọ yẹn later at the end of the day lẹ́yìn tó tún fún ní bẹ́ẹ̀lì wọ́n gbìyànjú wọ́n mú level 16 wọ́n náà kọ́ fún level 10 wọ́n lọ tún change ẹ̀ èmi ti rò pé àtẹ̀mí ti ṣe yẹn mi ti lọ ń bá ṣe tèmi lọ mo kàn déédéé gbọ́ ni pé ó sì wà ń bẹ̀ mo ní Yomi mo ti wà lọ́sítù mo sick o mo fẹ́ ra oògùn ó ní kí n send owó sóhun mo ṣẹ̀ send owó oògùn mo ní ẹ ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ ní olóhùn ṣì wà ń bẹ̀ o pé bẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn o tó bá ti débì kan ó forí ṣọpọ́n mo ní èmi ò ẹ má takò ẹ má tiẹ̀ dárúkọ anybody ẹ ṣáà kàn ní sùúrù ẹ̀yin ni kẹ́ hold on ẹ má jẹ́ kẹ́mi yín jábọ́ o tẹ́ ẹ bá wà láyé lẹ lè jẹ sọ pé bóyá ẹjà rẹ jẹ̀bi o tẹ́ ẹ bá kú sí police cell wọ́n kọ̀ gbàgbé yín ni o ẹ ṣáà máa ṣọkàn ọkùnrin ẹ má kú o táìsàn tí kú yẹn bá dé ẹbẹ tó bá jẹ́ pé ẹ máa bẹ kú ni ṣáà sọ pé mo gbà pé kò yẹ kí n ṣì wá ń bí àmọ́ ikú jọ fún mi láyè kí n sọ tẹnu mi tó bá jẹ́ pé lóòótọ́ ẹ jẹ̀bi torí pé láàrin èmi àti ọlọ́pàá láwọn ti parí investigation wọ́n ní gbogbo nǹkan táwọn rí ní gbogbo ìwádìí àwọn ò rí ju sexual assault which is even the non-criminal one nítorí pé gbogbo ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀ tó pariwo rẹ́ẹ̀pù àwọn fídíò wà ẹ̀bùrù lórí ìgbẹ́ èlò a rò pé ohun tí ò ṣe é fojú rí ni nígbà tá a bá rọ fídíò báyìí ọmọ ẹlòmíì ká ọmọ rí pé yé kókó o kíre eléyìí pé ní kíní kan at the end of the day ọmọ tó ló ń sọ pé wọ́n fi bá ṣe kíní kan wọ́n jọ ń gbádùn ara wọn wọ́n ṣe gbẹ̀ bóyá ó wá jẹ̀bi lábẹ́ òfin o àwọn akọ́lọ́ Nàìjíríà ò ní database eye ọjọ́ orí tí ẹni tó bímọ bá pọ̀ mú ẹ̀ náà lẹ́ máa gbà so bàbá Ìjẹ̀ṣà tó bá jẹ́ pé ó jẹ̀bi lọ fèsì court ṣàlàyé tẹnu ẹ mo rò pàgbàlagbà ni lọ sọ́n court ìyẹn ò tèmi ní pé gbogbo ó ṣe gbá kan gbà tó yá wọn tún ní àwọn ò sọ pé ó bá sùn ń táwọn sọ pé kọ́kọ́rọ́ ló lò gbogbo yẹn tún jẹ́ kó rí mi táṣì pé mo fẹ́ wo ẹjọ́ yẹn mo fẹ́ gbọ́ I want to face it mo fẹ́ wo bí ẹjọ́ ṣe máa lọ tó bá jọ máa lò lọ́nà tó tọ́ bó jọ máa lò lọ́nà tí ò tọ́ ẹjẹ́ àjọ máa wò ó ọmọ kó tó bá ṣáà dé stage kan tára ọmọ èèyàn ò bá lè gbà mọ́ bó jẹ́ kí n dáná sunra mi ni màá ṣe kiri màá sọ táìmù yẹn torí pé èmi I hate injustice tí bá ti ṣe létà ẹ lè wá mú mi létà o ẹ free o mo kọ́ ìmọ̀ àwọn àkọ́ṣe against mi.
ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀yin òṣèré tíátà kí lẹ ti ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí.
èmi ò kí ẹbí tẹ́mi wà ń bí mo wá ní ọwọ́ ara mi ni o mi ò mọ̀ pé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèré o ṣé ń gẹ́ tì mí ẹ ṣáà rí oríṣiríṣi lẹ ti gbọ́ èyí tẹ́mi bá ti ṣe lè kẹ́ra fọwọ́ mú ẹ má jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ oye Ọlọ́run ló fún yàn lẹ́gbẹ́ èèyàn lẹ́bí gan kó rí pé tí wàhálà bá dé òde rẹ́bí so campus lọ sí ẹgbẹ́ kọ́lọ́n ṣáà ṣètò kọ́lọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ dáadáa tí o bá jẹ́ pé yàn lóòótọ́ tó sọ good tó bá yẹ pé ó ní kan tó fẹ́ kó ṣáà sọ ìtọ́ bá sọ ẹ mọ̀ kó lóorùn mu wà. Why am I what? I am in court because number one, I believe in the rule of law and I have right to attend the court to see any process I wish, even if the case concerns me or not. But of course, the young man is my colleague. I cannot deny him at this stage. I am too refined for that. If it now turns out to be that I am supporting what he's doing to any other person, go and call the police, let them arrest me that I am here. But if that is not the case, it is morally upright. As you can see, how many people do you see here? So if I happen to be the only one, I always put myself that if anybody that I know or anybody is in distress, is in problem, what I always picture is, I don't look for who else is supporting. I see, what if I'm the only one there? So I stand. And then I want to see how the court will go through, because there are so many lacunas. There are so many things that I expect that should have been done. Like use of a child as a bait, it was submitted to the police. I didn't hear anything. The adults involved, ignorance is not an excuse under the law. The way Papa Ijesha lè sọ pé àwọn ọmọ nǹkan mi o, àwọn nǹkan báyìí ni, náà làwọn tó ṣe yẹn náà máa àwọn ọmọ, but it's not an excuse. But tó fọ́nì nípa àwọn pípọ̀ yẹn sì wọ́n rò pé táwọn ẹ wò ó dáadáa, ìbẹ̀rù tó ń ṣe mí ni pé I want to see there are many children in hostels káàkiri Lagos State. What will happen if they complain about molestation to any teacher? Will they be asking them to resubmit their body? If we allow this to pass, I want to see if the court will allow it to pass, so that it become the new normal. Then we start seeing children suicide. Because I want the trust one law. They won't apply the rule of law. They will apply sentiment. They will apply their own law. Why they make sure and that might even cause the child to go and commit suicide. Then you start seeing children commit suicide. You know, that if you started, so I want to see how the rule of law and justice is being served.
Okay, now away from this case a bit, let's talk about young people. You raised an issue earlier about how young people perceive the law in Nigeria. Now, what's your advice?
Fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin olùfẹ́ BBC News Yorùbá tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ilé ẹjọ́ májísírèètì ìlú Èkó ní Yaba ní àwa báyìí, níbi tí a ti ń ní ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ pẹ̀lú òṣèré tíátà Yorùbá Yomi Fabiyi, mi tó ti ń sọ èròǹgbà rẹ̀ lórí ẹjọ́ tó yẹ kó wáyé lónìí, ìyẹn ẹjọ́ ẹ̀sùn ìfipábánilòpọ̀ tí wọ́n fi kọ akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ bàbá Ijesha.
Handcuff is not sentence. Handcuff doesn't mean you are guilty. It's just to restrain you from hurting yourself or hurting the police officers. So when you look at all those things that we misconstrue as a society.
Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa, ilé ẹjọ́ májísírèètì tó wà ní Yaba nílùú Èkó náà ni a ṣe wáyé lórí ìkànnì BBC News Yorùbá, níbi tí a gbàgbọ́ pé wọn yóò ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ìgbẹ́jọ́ òṣèré tíátà Yorùbá tí wọ́n fi ẹ̀sùn ìfipábánilòpọ̀ kàn, ìyẹn bàbá Ijesha. A ti bá akẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ nínú iṣẹ́ tíátà, ìyẹn ọ̀gbẹ́ni Yomi Fabiyi, tó wá sílé ẹjọ́ yìí tó ṣàlàyé fún wọn wípé òun fẹ́ fojú wo bí ẹjọ́ náà yóò ṣe lọ. Ó sọ èròǹgbà rẹ̀ lórí ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kọ bàbá Ijesha. Ó tún sọ èròǹgbà rẹ̀ nípa àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà kàn, àti ìyá àti ọ̀rẹ́ àti ará àti gbogbo rẹ̀. Bákan náà ló tún sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn òṣèré tíátà, ipa tí wọ́n kó sí ẹjọ́ náà àti ẹ̀sùn tí wọ́n fi kan bàbá Ijesha. A ṣì wà níbí, tẹ́ kò bá gbàgbé, nǹkan bí oṣù mélòó kan sẹ́yìn ni àwọn ilé ẹjọ́ ní Nàìjíríà ni wọ́n kó gbá wọlé nítorí àdéhùn tó wà láàrin àwọn àti ìjọba àpapọ̀ tí ó forí ṣánpọ́n. Ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ wípé ilé ẹjọ́ wọn tún ti padà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣe ìgbẹ́jọ́, wọ́n ti padà sẹ́nu iṣẹ́. Òun náà ló gbé wa wá síbí lénìí nítorí wọ́n fi tó wa létí, iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá fi tó wa létí pé òní lónìí jẹ́ tí bàbá Ijesha yóò fojú ba ilé ẹjọ́. Tí ẹ bá wo apá òkè, ẹ máa rí oríṣiríṣi àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ti ń dúró láti wá gbọ́ ẹjọ́ náà. Lára wọn ni ẹbí, lára wọn ni ará, lára wọn ni ọ̀rẹ́, lára wọn náà ni àwọn agbẹjọ́rò wà. Tẹ́ bá tún wo ọ̀kan, ẹ ó rí àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n dúró wámúwámú láti jẹ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ náà, láti jẹ́ kí ó lọ bó ṣe lọ. Lára àwọn tá a ti rí ń bí ni oríṣiríṣi agbẹjọ́rò, àwọn ẹlòmíràn tí wọ́n tún fi ẹ̀sùn kàn tó jọ mọ́ ẹ̀sùn mìíràn, àwọn náà ti wà nílé ẹjọ́. Bákan náà ni àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ilé ẹjọ́ ti wà níbí. Bákan náà ni àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ọgbà ẹ̀wọ̀n, àwọn náà ti wà níbí. Ẹni tí a bá sọ̀rọ̀ tán láìpẹ́ yìí tí ẹ ń wò lọ́ọ̀kan yìí, tí àwọn akọ̀ròyìn bá sọ̀rọ̀ lọ́wọ́, òun náà ni ọ̀gbẹ́ni Yomi Fabiyi. Tí ẹ kò bá gbàgbé, látìgbà tí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí tó ti ṣẹlẹ̀, tí a ti gbé ìròyìn jáde wípé bàbá Ijesha wípé wọ́n fi sí àhámọ́ ọlọ́pàá torí ẹ̀sùn ìfipábánilòpọ̀, ni Yomi Fabiyi ni ó ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ sókè, ló ti ń sọ wípé ó yẹ kí wọ́n wo ọ̀rọ̀ náà dáadáa. Bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ó sọ pé òun kò sọ pé afurasí kò jẹ̀bi tàbí ó jẹ̀bi, ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n sọ pé ohun tí òun fẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe ni kí ìjọba kó wo ọ̀rọ̀ náà dáadáa. Ó ní ọlọ́pàá fi ìyà jẹ afurasí. Ó ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ̀yin náà tí ẹ ti ń bá bọ̀ látẹ̀kàn, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ṣe rí tí ẹ sì gbọ́. Ó sọ oríṣiríṣi ọ̀rọ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ó sọ wípé tòun ní pé kí ọ̀rọ̀ náà kó lọ bó ṣe yẹ kó lọ, kí ìyà má jẹ àfúrásì lọ́nà tí kò bá òfin mu. Gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe sọ, ó ní ọmọ Nàìjíríà náà ni pé ó sì lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ lábẹ́ òfin wípé kí wọ́n gbọ́ ẹjọ́ rẹ̀, kí wọ́n sì ṣe ìdájọ́ òdodo. Ṣùgbọ́n ó sọ wípé òun lérò pé ẹjọ́ náà yóò lọ bí ó ṣe yẹ kó lọ. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Yomi Fabiyi, tí òun náà tún jẹ́ òṣèré tíátà Yorùbá, òun náà ló ti ń bá àwọn akọ̀ròyìn sọ̀rọ̀ látẹ̀kan. Wámúwámú ni àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ ilé ẹjọ́ yìí tí wọ́n dúró lẹ́yìn tí ilé ẹjọ́ padà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣiṣẹ́. Àti wà ń bí látàárọ̀ láti wo bí ọ̀rọ̀ náà, láti wo bí ó ṣe máa lọ. Ẹ ṣáà ti mọ̀ pé BBC Yorùbá àwa gangan lára fún gbogbo bá ṣe ń lọ káàkiri àgbáyé. Ẹ̀yin ṣáà ti tẹ̀ pa sójú òpó BBC Yorùbá, ṣùgbọ́n níbí o àwa sì tẹ̀ pa sílé ẹjọ́ májísírèètì Yaba nílùú Èkó, níbi tí a ó ti máa fi tó yín létí gbogbo bó bá ṣe ń lọ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbẹ́jọ́ òṣèré tíátà Yorùbá bàbá Ijesha, tí wọ́n fi ẹ̀sùn kàn wípé ó ní ìbálòpọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ tí ọjọ́ orí rẹ̀ kò tó ẹni tó yẹ kó máa ní ìbálòpọ̀. Ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé àwọn agbófinró pé wọn yóò gbé afurasí náà, pé wọn yóò gbé wá sílé ẹjọ́ láàárọ̀ òní, tí a ó sì máa mọ bí ẹjọ́ náà bó bá ṣe ń lọ. Tẹ́ bá rántí dáadáa, lásìkò ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jáde ní fàkínfà, ní gbọ́mi-sí-omi ọ̀tọ̀, ní gbàsgbòs tó ń wáyé láàrin Yomi Fabiyi àti òṣèré tíátà mìíràn, ìyẹn Ìyábọ̀ Òjó, níbi tí àwọn méjèèjì tí wọ́n ti ń fi èròǹgbà wọn léde lórí ayélujára lórí bí ẹjọ́ náà ṣe ń lọ àti bí ó ṣe yẹ kí ẹjọ́ náà rí. Ṣùgbọ́n a ti wà nílé ẹjọ́ báyìí, a kò tí ì rí àwọn òṣèré mìíràn ju Yomi Fabiyi lọ. Bẹ́ẹ̀ pé láti ìgbà tí ẹjọ́ náà ti bẹ̀rẹ̀, tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà ti ṣẹ̀, ló ti ń ṣe bí ẹni dúró lẹ́yìn, gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe sọ, lẹ́yìn ìdájọ́ òdodo pé kò yẹ kí wọ́n fi ìyà jẹ afurasí náà lọ́nà àìtọ́. A ṣì ń retí kí afurasí náà dé, ṣùgbọ́n kó tó di ìgbà náà a ṣì wà níbí. Ẹ̀yin ṣáà ti tẹ̀ pa sójú òpó BBC News lórí Facebook, a wà ní @BBC News Yorùbá, lórí Instagram a wà ní @BBC News Yorùbá. Bákan náà lórí ìkànnì ayélujára àgbáyé a wà ní www.bbcyoruba.com tàbí bbc.com/Yorùbá. A ṣì ń retí, a ṣì wà níbí. Olúmídé Wádùgẹ̀ ló ń jábọ̀.
Lórí Alálàyé TV, bẹ́ẹ̀ ń lọ